RBS Business Research Academy welcomes to you in the video lecture number 12. In this lecture number, we are understanding how to perform confirmatory factor analysis in Jamovi. Dear friends, Jamovi is a completely free software which you can download and use at any time, anywhere. So far, the results are concerned, the results are of the Jamovi are not different from any paid software. Like it may be SPSS, it may be AMOS, it may be SEM or any other software. So that's why I refer you to use the Jamovi because it's a free software. So let's start to discuss that means how practically we can perform CFA in the Jamovi. But before this one, my name is Dr. Rahim Sumro and I'm serving as a professor at the Shah Abdulatif University, Pakistan. So here you're looking a pretty clean the interface of the Jamovi. But before this one, I would like to give some theoretical like the underpinnings of the like the CFA. Basically, the two terms are there, EFA and CFA. What the difference between the EFA and CFA? My video is available on the EFA. The Mr. Like, if you find the time, you can also watch this one, and then this document would help us. EFA versus CFA. General rule: EFA used for instrument scale that have never been tested. Okay, and then CFA which you can use that have been tested and just you want to check their validity reliability. So when we apply the CFA, basically we are checking the two things: validity and the reliability. I argue that the if you translate existing scale that has been tested before its validity reliability, any scale like the SERV quad model, service quality model, which you can use to measure the service quality of any service oriented organization, it to use another country in another with a different language, then the same instrument becomes new. So it is better to perform EFA over there. Moreover, I argue that when you are using existing like the instrument that has been tested for validity and like the reliability, again the service call serve call model, because it has been used, its validity reliability is well established. Same country, same language, but now the sector is different. In earlier, the country language was different, but here the language along with the country both are same, but the sector is different. Because already, if you applied in the banking sector and now you are applying in the another sector, then again it is required that you should perform the EFA because the settings, research settings have been changed. When you should CFA to apply. My point of view, the CFA should be used in empirical studies, use instrument skill that have been tested in many previous studies. Now, there is those instruments which have been extremely used and their reliability and validity is intact are well established in this way. Directly, you can apply the CFA rather than applying the EFA. But at the end, I think if you let me say you're applying the both one EFA and CFA, I think there is no any harm. Okay, and some more thing I want to show you like this one. So confirmatory factor analysis is a way of testing how will measured variable represent a small number of the construct. Okay, so now now what is the job of the validity? Validity is the does the test measure the what it's supposed to measure. So now the instrument which have developed for to test the certain to measure the certain thing, certain latent variable, either the same one is being measured by that instrument that construct or something else. So convergibility extend to which a specific construct converge or share high proportion of the variance in common. So there's the job of the confirmatory factor analysis. And now here you're looking the life satisfaction. So this is the latent variable which you cannot directly measure. So now these are the items through which you can measure the life satisfaction. So these are some of items. Now go through all these items. You think so all the items they are measuring this thing or something else. And then convergibility is that the indicator or test item should load significantly on their respective construct. I will tell you how they are loading when we will perform the practically in the Jamovi. And then factor loading should be at least 0.5. That if there's a 0.5 or higher, that's good. And if there's a 0.7 or higher, that's ideally good. So then the loading should be statistically significant. That means that their p-value should be less than 0.05. So these are recommendations from here et al. 2010. It has become a wonderful book and what famous book, multivariate data analysis. Now the You can test the convergibility or CFA in the smart periods. That is a paid software. IBM MO, that is also paid software in Germany. It is free of the cost, which are not required to pay anything. Again, the results are same. And then convergibility, this is a formula of the convergibility. Again, zero point 0.7 are higher, and this should be significant. And then this formula of convergibility, this is the again I think convergibility, this is the AVE, standardized factor loading is squared over number of the items. And this is my lecture, lecture number 29. If you want to understand the clear difference between the EFA CFA, you can also refer this one. Its link I have placed before this video. And lastly, some typical things are there. Exploratory factor, you can apply theory generation, and a CFA you can apply when you want to test the theory. Theory weak literature based, you can apply EFA, and a strong theory or strong empirical basis there, you can apply CFA. Determine number of the, if you want to determine, then EFA, if the already determined are fixed, then you are required to apply the CFA in this condition. EFA determine whether the factors are correlated or uncorrelated. You want to test either there is a correlation among the factor or not. So now if already determined, then the CFA is good. Variable are able to load on all factors. So now variable have the capacity to load on any variable. But in this one, CFA, the variable should load or must load on its designated data factor. So this was some of the theoretical underpinnings were there, and now okay, friends, after understanding some theoretical concept, now we are starting with practical work. We have to add a data set. Data set has been added in this one, and then directly we have to go on the data reduction factor like the PCA, EFA, and the confirmatory factor analysis. Select it, and first of all, we have to make our factors. So now one different, very different. When we were applying the EFA at that time, we were, if you have watched my video on the EFA in the Jamovi, then directly we were selecting all these one and we were inserting in this one. So now we were loading the factors like these items on the, there is a whole, all these one like a one factor, and then means all these like the items were divided into the different factors. So now here already we have the factor, just we want to confirm their reliability and validity. So therefore we have to provide the variable in the factor wise. So factor 1 is our QPE, just place here, and then first factor, and its name should be QPE. Factor number 2, and then that is a food quality. Select it and place it here, leave it here. So now the factor 2 is a food quality, and number 3 is okay, this one. Number 3 is service quality, and leave it here. Now this is the ASQ, and number 4 is there. There's about the behavioral image. Select these behavioral image and drag here and leave it cursor here. So now our 4 behavior image, that means our 4 factors have been emerged, and now residual covariance we are not interested. Options, okay, these 2 options are good, and estimation, standardized estimate should be selected, because from the standardized estimate we will compute the CR and the AVE. And then model fit is AMR is good, chi-square is tested, CFA TLI are good. So these items should be selected if you want to check the model fit, either model is fitting the data or not. And additional output is path diagram, and then modification indices, these should be 10. So now these are some of the details are there which we have selected. Now, why we have selected, I'm showing you one of the research paper in which normally these type of the things they are being reported in the model. Although so many different options are there, but all the options are not useful for us. For example, I'm showing you one research paper. This is about the confirmatory factor analysis. Okay, on attitude knowledge, all these ones. So directly we are coming on our like that. Okay, yes, here confirmatory factor analysis. So confirmatory factor analysis was conducted to confirm the factorial structure, okay, of the questionnaire which was used over there. So what they have they said provided the results of this one. The first they have checked the chi-square, either that is select data significant or not. So chi-square divided by degrees of freedom, if it is significant less than 0.5, that's good. And another Ramsey root mean standard error, root mean square error of approximation, its value should be equal to zero point zero 0.08 or less than it. And then another is a comparative fit index CFI, it should be higher than zero point 0.9. And the TLI, it should also be higher than zero point 0.9 and should be significant 8.05. So these some of the good index goodness fit indices have been reported in this. Normally, the researchers they report these type of things over there. So that's why we selected all these one. Now we have result in this one, and I want to compare the results with the CFA which we perform, which are going to perform in the AMOS, and then we look either there's difference or not. So here we have the same model. Okay, just we have to remove this one. Okay, we have the same model over here and the same data. The link for this data set I have left below this video. You can download and you can get confirmed yourself that so there's no any difference between the results of the like the Jamovi and the AMOS with the little differences are there. Okay, so first off we have to select what we want to get, maximum likelihood. Okay, and the output we want to standardize estimates and modification indices. Okay, and then compute it, and the results are with us. So now we have result. These are unstandardized results. We need standardized results. Okay, so here we have got this standardized results. So make it bigger. So now QPE is standardized. This standardized estimate is a 0.61, QPE 2.35, and QPE 3.72, 0.454. If you compare these one, you're looking here. So QPE 0.61, 0.34, 0.72, and 0.54. Exactly the same values you are looking here. Some dissimilarities are there. Again, these are the because the values are in the points, so that's why there is a like the but things, some issues are there, like the somewhat the values are not same, otherwise same, the values are same. And then this is a correlation value between the QPE and FQ 0.69. Then again come here. Now this is the QPE and FQ 0.689. So 0.69, if you now if you convert it, it will become the 0.69. Okay, then is Q and QPE 0.7, BI and QPE 0.065. So then you are looking 65. So that it means that the almost the results of the Jamovi and the like the AMOS both are same. And then furthermore, we have to check the model fit. Model fit indices are the chi-square. Its value is a 297. And here, if we go through, then we have to check the results. So in the results model fit, our chi-square is a 294, somewhat lower than here. Some issue that means that. And then otherwise, degrees of freedom 164 and p-value 0.01. Degrees of 164 and the both are same, and the values of the TLI 0.776 and CFI 0.086. And here the CFI 0.8 and the 0.7 both are exactly same. RMSEA, its value is a 0.07. So here you can go down and you can check from here. This is a 0.078. Alternatively, here you can here Ramsey is available. This one is the same value is there. And then this is a lower and upper 0.06 and 0.09. So 0.06 and 0.09. So that means both are exactly same. So one more thing, SRMR value. Its value directly it's not producing the value, but we have to. So the value of SRMR that directly you cannot get. For this one you have to use a plugin. Use it now. The plugin is open, and then for you have to give the calculate the estimates. If you get the calculators, and now the value of SRMR is before us, that is 0.08. So here you're looking SR 0.0 sorry this is 0.07, and here looking like the 0.08, exactly 0.08. Some like the points problem is there, otherwise both are same. Okay, so somewhat the results are same between these two ones. Okay, so now then we have to go through the modification indices. Now modification indices, you're looking here that these are in the red color. Why? Because we have placed the 10 high, highlight the value above the 10. These are above the 10, so that's why these are highlighted. Two values are highlighted because their value is above the 10. So normally it is suggested that if you want to modify something, that its value should be, if any value is the value between the two variable is more than 10, you should consider it for its deletion. So some says 15. If the value is 15, then you should consider any one to delete. Because if you delete it, then what will happen? That the fit indices, these values will improve significantly. So now for example, I'm selling the tree. So now you will look, say several items will be in the red color. So see those who are less than 3, these are in the red color, but we have to consider 10. So now only 2 items are in the red color and rest are in the like the black color. So if you want to improve these indices, then you can remove anyone from this, and then in this way these indices will be improved. So far these two indices are not are less than 0.9. So if you want to improve them, then you can delete anyone from this one. Okay, and this is our model. Okay, path diagram. So now if you are interested, you can copy it and you can put into anywhere. So now the issue with this one, little issue, that means I think the development team of the Jammu has not worked on this one. That means at least they should provide some of the values over there. Just like here in this one, the like the values are here, like standardized error. Okay, so now look here, these are the values are what, and these are the values are. So these values are actually, yeah, are not available in this one. So now I think the Jamovi development team should work on this one. Otherwise, it's very good. That means free of the cost, you are getting something, and you should be happy. And the results are almost same with the other software. So another thing is that why we are not using the smart PLS here, because smart PLS does not provide the goodness of it indices like the several indices are available here: CFA, TLI, SR, MR, MZ. So these type of the things you will not produce in the smart PLS, because smart PLS is a non-parametric software. So in this, therefore, it will not produce any type of the goodness of it indices. So that's the reason. So that's why I've selected this software AMOS, where we have compared the results of the Jamovi with the like the AMOS. Okay, so now almost we have got all these things. Now the last but not the least, we have to check the CR and the AVE of this one. So now for this one, you have to select copy. We are pasting here. So now our standardized values are here. We are interested only in these one. Rest of the things we have to delete. Okay, so now these values are there in which we are interested. So now we are copying it. Okay, so these values are here, like the values which are here, the same values I have put over here. And then if you want to manually compute the AV and CR, then this whole process you have to perform in the like in your Excel. So it is time consuming. So and now the bigger chances are that you may make some mistakes over there. So for example, these are standard loading. So first up, you have to get the square of this loadings and then compute the AVE, average variance extracted. Then from this one, you can compute the error, then sum of loading, and then sum of error, and then you will be able to reach on the CR, composite reliability. So instead of putting all these efforts, so I have downloaded one of the tool through which you can easily compute all these one. Now, for example, this is the one tool. So now, by the way, its link I have left before this, like the video. You can from there you can download this tool and you can utilize to compute the CR and AVE if you are working in the Jamovi. So now for this purpose, what we have to do that the first of all, we have to think about the how many factors are there. So in this one, how many items? So in the first one, there are the 4 items. We are selecting these 4 items and then we are coming here. We are looking here 3 indicators, 4, 5, 6 up to 10. At minimum, there should be the 3 indicators in every cluster. So in our cluster, there are the 4 indicators. So we have to select R, and then we copy and paste. So now here CR is a 0.64, somewhat lower than zero point 0.7, and AB is much lower than the zero point 0.5. So here composite liability zero point 0.7 is recommended. It's lesser than, somewhat lesser than the recommended value. And then another is formal Larker criterion says 8.6 or more. So according to this formal Larker criterion, CR value is good. Formal Larker criterion. So now results are there. According to composite liability, zero point 0.7 is recommended. So it is it's slightly lesser than zero point 0.7. Otherwise, it's okay. Formal Larker criterion says that the 0.6 is okay. So from this, according to this point of view, this value is good, but AB is much less than the zero point 0.5. Okay, and then another one like the, so okay, FQ we want to check either the what is condition of the FQ. So select and copy and go into the, now this time there are the six indicators, and then six indicators and select here. So now again the CR is somewhat lesser than zero point 0.7 and AB is much less than there. So now there's some modification in this. It means that the like the composite liability and the average AVE of this construct is not good. Okay, and then we are trying another construct like the this one, a behavioral image. Now see what is the condition with this one, and then again now this time again six items are there, and then put. Okay, so now this time CR is very good about the zero point 0.7, and again average AVE is not good. Okay, and in this way you can check out how putting the maximum efforts, like making these type of things, like in so many things are there. This tool is much more comfortable. So recently, after doing all these things, we come to know that the overall this the questionnaire on which we are working, that's not its reliability and its validity is not good. So how to improve reliability validity? The one solution is that the collect the more data, because when I go through them is like the total respondents were 132. So, but if you increase the respondent like the more than 200, 300, 400, definitely that you will have a good results in this one. So that deliberately I chose this data to work on this, as you can, I can inform you what are the issues which will emerge when you will work this one. Otherwise, I would also work on a very good data set, but deliberately I selected this one just to teach you that how you can solve the problems which will emerge in this one. So thank you very much for watching this video at the end. I hope you like. If you like it, subscribe my channel, leave the comment on my video, and share this one, like my videos. Is the message can be shared to the maximum people. Thank you very much for watching this video.